today, your I can statement, the student will be able to use formulas for the area of squares, rectangles, and triangles for real world applications. And this is nothing new. We've went over this in the past, so this will be kind of a refresher for you, but it'll be super fun today. Okay. The first thing that I would like to ask you is, let's say we could redecorate this room, or maybe your bedroom at home, those of you that have a bedroom, and your parents said, I'm going to allow you money for new carpet and new paint. What color paint would you paint your room? Blue? Okay, so blue. And who else?
Just blue?
Give me some ideas.
What are your all's favorite colors?
Blue.
Red, purple. Okay, I mean, it's your room, right? Or even the classroom. What color would you like to see it done in here if we could redo it?
Green to match the school.
Okay, green to match the school. I like that. What if we could put carpet down in here? What kind of carpet would you pick?
Gray.
Gray? So you'd pick the color gray. What about what type? Spider, what type?
No.
How many of you knew there was different types of carpet? Nobody? Have you guys ever seen carpet in like the carpet tiles? Where you peel off the back and you stick it on the ground, on the floor?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you guys seen the real fuzzy carpet? I think they call it like a shag carpet.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's different types of carpets that you have to consider too. Alright?
So if we could do that, how much do we think it would cost us to do that? Have no
Mostly
idea?
measure the room.
Measure the room.
I like that.
Right. Why would we need to measure the room?
To make sure you don't buy too much, and make sure you buy enough to fill up the whole house.
Okay. And what are you talking about? The paint or the carpet? When you say measure the room, what are you saying measure?
Measure like the floor area to figure out, like, I guess the square feet of the floor. That way you figure out how much carpet you would need to fill it.
Okay, good. Well, what about paint? What could we do to find out how much paint we needed? Does anybody know? We're going to Lowe's to buy some paint. We're going to paint this room. We can't just show up at Lowe's and just buy a buggy full of paint. We may buy too much. We may not buy enough. How do we know how much to get?
Measure
What do y'all think? What are we going to measure?
the walls.
The walls. Very good.
Because I
Very
think on a
good.
bucket of paint, it does show like the square feet and stuff on there.
Yes, it does.
How much it fits, yeah.
Okay.
So if you measured, you figure out how much.
Okay, so good. I mean, and you're exactly right. And that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. I'm actually going to give you a handout. Well, Miss Crawford's actually passing that out to you right now. This will be your guide for what you all are going to be doing today. And it has some costs on there, as you'll see when she brings it along. But I made you a little chart here. Different brands of paint, the cost if you wanted to buy flat paint or if you wanted glossy paint, the cost, and this will also be per gallon. Remember that's important. Each price on here, like if I buy Benjamin Moore 1 gallon of flat paint, it's $55. So I put that in parentheses. This is per gallon, and these gallons of paint, it's important that you note, I wrote it will cover 100 square feet. This will be important when we get ready to do our measurements, okay? Also put the cost of carpets on there. There's a variety of different type of carpets, polyester, Stainmaster, textured tiles. Minimum cost, that means the cheapest type that you can buy. Maximum will be the most expensive carpet. And we're gonna use that in a little bit when you all design your own bedroom. We're gonna use boxes to make your own room, okay? Which you'll measure in groups. And also I wanted to refresh your memory on these formulas that we used, okay? Because all rooms aren't the same size. How do we figure out, a lot of rooms are squares or rectangles. I've really not seen any triangular shaped rooms, but we will be doing some of those today. Who remembers the formula for area of a square?
This is the most basic formula that you guys learned in seventh grade.
Not the length times the width.
It would
but
be side squared.
because every side is exactly the same. And Natalie's right, side squared. And you'll have a copy of this on here. Who remembers the area of a rectangle? This will be one of the most common ones that we'll be using for our rooms. And this is what you were
Length
thinking,
times the width.
right? Length times the width. And then we'll do triangle, which is, who remembers triangle?
I do
What's that?
1/2 base times height.
1/2 base times height. These are the three formulas that we'll be using today. Y'all have used them in the past. What we're going to do right now, Miss Crawford is going to show you her box. Each of your groups will get your own box to work with of different sizes, just to kind of give you an idea of what y'all are going to be doing for this lesson.
Okay, awesome. So this is my box, okay, and I chose to use a shoe box because, well, I have plenty of those at my house. But what I did is I used a scale, okay? Do you guys know what I mean by a scale? Like when I say a scale drawing. I'm taking something that is just a miniature version of what I'm actually trying to paint or put carpet on, okay? So the way I did mine and the way that you guys are gonna do yours, if you look at the top of your paper, what is the scale that we're gonna be using today? What is it?
1 inch equals 1 foot.
Okay, 1 inch equals 1 foot. What does that mean though? What does that tell me? 1 inch equals 1 foot. Anybody have any guesses? What do you think, Natalie?
Well, that means for every inch on the paper, it would equal 1 foot in real life.
That's exactly what it means. Did everybody hear what she said? She says for every inch that we measure on our model, this is my model, for every 1 inch that I measure, that's 1 foot in real life. So for example, I did this side of my box, which would be this wall, okay? I'm gonna figure out how much paint I need for this wall. Then I'm gonna measure the model that I've made for my room. And remember that for every inch I measure, that's 1 foot in real life. So for instance, if I measure 1 foot here, sorry, 1 inch. If I measure 1 inch here, how many feet am I actually measuring in real life? 1. So if this is 6.25, and I've already pre-measured, from this corner to this corner is 6.25 inches. So how many feet is that in real life? 6.25 feet. Okay, then I measured my width, which was 4 inches. So from this corner to this corner, it was 4 inches. So now I have my length and I have my width. Can I find the area of this side of my room? Absolutely. So when I did that, I got an area of 25 inches squared. So how many feet squared is that in real life? 25 feet squared, okay? Because we use a really simple scale of 1 inch equals 1 foot. Now, is there any other side of my room that matches this one?
The one straight across.
The one straight across from it, okay? The one that's on this side. So I have this side that has an area of 25 inches, and then I have this side that has an area of 25 inches, for a total of what? That's 25 plus 25.
50.
All right, so far we have 50 square inches that we have to cover. Then I measured the longer walls. And the total length was 11.5 inches. The width, again, was what? 4, good, it was 4. So when I multiplied that together, 11.5 times 4, I got 46 inches. But what we noticed, just like when we're doing prisms, you guys remember when we're finding the surface area of prisms? This side has a side that matches. So if this side is 46, what's this side?
46.
The opposite side is also 46. And 46 times 2 is 92 inches squared. All right, so now that I have all 4 sides, right, what can I do to find the total area that I'm going to be painting? You add them together. Okay, that gave me a total of 142 inches squared, or what we can say is 142 square feet in real life that I have to paint. Look at your guides. Now, I like a Sherwin-Williams paint, okay? And usually when I paint my walls, I use a flat